Hey there, Internet. Keeve here, and welcome to the Cars and Keeve YouTube channel. And in this video, it is episode 3 of the dual pressure washer series. Now, this is what people have really been wanting, is the Craftsman, because the dual Ryobi has been proven. A lot of dual Ryobi setups out there. We want to go to the other bigger store brand. This is mainly Lowe's, the Craftsman, and this is the cheaper unit that they have. The Ryobi one that everybody has is the $99 one. This right now on Amazon is $89.99. It's usually between $99.99 and $109.99. It just depends. These they seem to want to be dual better. Like, I've been testing these. I just don't throw them together for the video. I want to make sure they're right, what kind of quirks they have over time, you know, let them sit under pressure, all kinds of things. And these are the least quirky of them all. Actually, there's no quirks at all. All of my testing, everything I've done, they both just work. Now, the biggest reason I love the Craftsman is because the input is on the side and not on the front. So it's just a way of saving a little more space. The output is on the back. But when you're running a dual setup, it is a little bit harder to set up because you have two hoses coming into side off a Y instead of just straight coming out the back, running side by side. And they're very light. So the heaviness of the hoses is kind of makes them want to kind of fall over. I kind of have a balance between what's coming input and what's going output, and they kind of have them nice and even. See how it moves? This is the same setup we always have. M22 jumper cables going into a Y split. We have check valves here and here. That's what's going to allow us to be able to just turn one off, run one by itself, turn one on, and be right into the dual. We don't have to have any switches, any levers or anything to do. It's going to work just fine. And the M22 hose goes up into the retractable hose reel. We have our 5/8" swivel grip Flexilla hose here, goes into our Ely spray nozzle with a shutoff valve, goes into another Y split, and then goes into these two stainless steel hoses right here. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. This system's about $300. These are $90 a piece. That's $180, and about $100 to $120 worth of adapters and fittings. Now, you can go cheaper on some of these fittings. Some of these, you don't have to go full stainless steel hose. So let's stop talking and let's start having some fun. Let's hook these up. But before then, don't forget to check out the links below for anything in the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get to the testing. Water is on. Our 2-2 luck is spraying. And when you're running these two dual with the input, we're at almost 3 gallons a minute, just straight flowing water. So we know the capability to get 2.8, 2.9 is definitely there. It's probably going to be a lower pressure. All right, let's turn them on. So we'll turn this one on. This one on. These hold a lot of back pressure. And so they got check valves here. So they're both sitting there and it's like, and this is a soft pull trigger. This is the 2-2 luck. This is my current favorite, actually, over the SGS 28 for like 35 bucks. I mean, this swivel is just money. So the 2.5, it's about 1.3 gallons per minute. We're running about 1040 PSI and 10.1 amps. 3.0. 850 PSI, about 1.37, 1.38 gallons per minute, and 9.6 amps. So let's go ahead and turn this one on. And then we're going to run a 5.0 nozzle. 2.5 was about 1040. If you run a 5.0, I would expect somewhere around there. But since we're doubling up, the results could slightly be different. It's about 1010 PSI, so a little bit less, but the amps were about the same at 10.2 and running 2.4 gallons per minute. So let's find a middle ground between the 5 and the 6 at a 5.5. We're running about 930 PSI, 2.48 gallons per minute, and 9.7 amps. This is a 6.0. So we're running about 860 PSI. We're running 2.55 gallons per minute and 9.4 amps. 6.5. 770 PSI, 2.68 gallons per minute, 9 amps dead even. 8.0. Now, I know you're going to say 500 PSI is not a lot of pressure, but when you're delivering 3 gallons per minute, 500 PSI, it's actually a good bit, and delivered at 7.8 amps. So we're just over 15 amps. So this can very easily, with this nozzle, I think even a 7.0, a 7.5, an 8.0 can all run on a 20 amp circuit by themselves, as long as it's dedicated. Now let's do decibels real quick. We're about 6 feet from the units. This is both of them running at the same time. Ambient decibels is 34. I'm going to kind of run this off to the side so this doesn't kind of get picked up by the decibel meter. 83.5 decibels, both of them running at the same time. An active 2.3 from this same distance is closer to 90 PSI. That was with the 8.0, so that's going to be slightly less work for the machines. But these machines kind of act kind of different. Now let's check the decibel with the 6.0. They work just a little bit harder, about 84.5 decibels. Now I'm going to turn one of them off. We're going to run one of them with a 3.0 nozzle. So 82.5 decibels. So running them dual is a little bit more, but not much. I mean, it's the same pitch of sound, so it's not going to increase the decibels a whole lot, but you definitely can hear the difference between the two. So this is the 8.0. This is going to get you that 3 gallons per minute. We'll see the difference at 500 PSI. And then out of the 6.5, we'll see what it is at like 750-ish at like 2.65, 2.7 gallons per minute. Everybody wants different things. Some people like less pressure, more flow. It just all depends. So you have tons of different nozzle sizes to get you what you want. You can't tell me 500 PSI can't clean that panel and get it rinsed off pretty quick. Let's try the 6.5. Now it's gonna look a little bit different because all of my test nozzles are 25 degree and that 8.0 is a 40 degree. But the impact at 750 PSI running a 25 degree nozzle. So on that 8.0, if you ran a 25 degree nozzle, you'd have much more impact in a smaller area with still all that flow. Look at this, look at this. Oh my God, it's like a gun going off. Oh my gosh. So this is an unsecured nozzle. Holy shit. That went across the whole garage. I lost it. All right, well, I'm glad I didn't point that towards the hood, the wall, or something else, because that would have been, that's bad. It's lost somewhere on the other side of the garage. I do have the 25 degree 8.0 though, so you can see what that's like. Just as an experiment, my 20 amp fuse in my basement is running on a 10 AWG extension cable over here. I got it running into a split. I have both of them running on the same circuit. With the 8.0 nozzle, 16 amps, like even less than 16 amps, like 15.8, I think. Let me try again. 16.05. So we have a 6.5 nozzle in here. The goal here is to get us at about 18-ish amps. 18-ish amps on a dedicated 20 amp circuit is good. We don't want to go too much higher than that, closer to the 20. We kind of want to stay safer into an 18. You can obviously push it, but that's the consistent amps that I'm seeing. If there's a spike, you want it to be closer to 20. You don't want to spike to 25 and trip the breaker. 18.16 amps. So we are definitely safe running the dual on a 6.5 nozzle. We might as well see what a 6.0 nozzle can do. 18.6 amps. Here's the 5.5. That's 19.2 amps. I don't think we need to go much higher. At 5.0, we might still be able to keep under 20. But I think the 6.0, 6.5, or if you had a 7.0, I think 7.0, man, that 7.0 might be the money. 7.0, 7.5. I just don't have those nozzle sizes. So a 1.25 in our Raincovo. This is actually a true 1.25. The one that comes with the Raincovo is a little bit less, closer to 1.2. Let's see how this is. This actually hood's actually wet, so it's not going to be the best surface to shoot foam onto, but I don't think it's going to be any problem. Running on 2 separate circuits, I think the 1.25 is going to be fine. This is not going to be good on a single circuit though. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, that makes me so happy. What's the amps on that? It's actually a little bit higher in amps than I thought it was going to be. It's 14.8 amps. So we're pushing the envelope with a 1.25, but it worked. Let's try this with the Keeve nozzle. I actually have 3 variations of the Keeve nozzle. That one's a bit too much. This one's going to be pretty good. Now, let me know in the comments if you want me to do a full video on the Keeve nozzle. This is something I found, and the original listing that I had initially bought them on now comes with 3 screens. So I bought 3 different ones and run 3 different types of screens. So you can see some of them are very drenching. Some of them have a little more pressure. So you have a little variety. So I forgot to mention earlier, this is incredible Suds, 32-to-1 diluted, just a great soap. Cars with Keeve will save you 10% at the House of Rags. I use it in every video. This is one single Craftsman running a 1.25. This will be very safe by itself, and you could use a 1.1 no problem with the one by itself. And then when you want to do your rinse, you just turn the other one on. It's not that much extra work to do. You see it does very well with a 1.25. The Raincovo in my review did a little bit better than this because the one that came with it was actually a 1.2 and not a 1.25. But that's perfect. So now let's try like a 135 with both of them running. So this is that 8.0 25 degree. We'll see how well it can clean this off quickly. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's find the amps first. 12.4, so 1.35, here we go. I mean, that's the good stuff. The panel was wet beforehand. I didn't have it dry, but you saw, man, it just covers and it's just so much flow that there's so much more foam. So you can run like a 135, no problem. If you run a 125 or 1.1, just run one unit by itself. Here's the 6.5 to rinse off. Now I know we have our meter on the wall, but it isn't dead accurate. We want to make sure that we have these numbers right. So this is the bucket test. We put a bucket on the scale, we tear it out to 0. So the bucket weight is out of our equation. We run exactly for 1 minute, and however much weight is in there, we divide it by 8.34, and that gets us our gallons per minute. So we'll do a small variety. We have a 5.0, the 6.5, and the 8.0. So you'll be able to see what it is at the 1,000, what it is at like 750, and what it is at 500. Here we go. So we got 21.10 divided by 8.34. 2.53 gallons per minute. So that's 1040, 1050 PSI at 2.53 gallons per minute. Those are some dang good numbers. And I also want to say thank you to Tim. Tim sent me this some time ago as a Christmas gift. He gets tired of seeing me use my phone all the time. So he said, here, use this stopwatch. He sent it to me. So I really appreciate them. The Old Detailing Dude. Check him out on YouTube. 23.04 divided by 8.34. 2.76 gallons per minute. Yeah, that's pretty dang cool. 750. So this one being one of these bigger tips, I'm going to have to run it on the inside because this is just too much flow and pressure inside the bucket to be able to hold it the way I normally do. But this could be a crazy blooper as well, because if I push down this at all, it's not going to be good. So 25.48, you see me smiling because I know what 3 gallons per minute is. 8.34, 3.055 gallons per minute. That's dang cool, but it's a 500 PSI, but you saw how it hit the panel. It's pretty cool. For 300 bucks, we hit 3 gallons per minute at a pretty decent pressure. And our meter is pretty dang close. They were saying 2.95, 2.98. Let's even see it, 2.95 divided by 3.05. We are only off by 3.3%. Man, that is awesome. And people are going to say, you know what, 3 gallons per minute, blah, blah, blah. Even if it rinses off faster, you're still not efficient because it's too much water. And this and this. Listen, we're having fun here. Let's not go in the comments and go crazy. Don't ruin the fun. Don't ruin the fun. Don't be a Debbie Downer. This is just fun. This is a want, but this is definitely probably the most viable dual solution that I've tried so far. The dual Ryobi will work, dual Karcher, dual green works. All those are going to fit this profile with the check valves and everything. They just work every single time. There's no quirk, there's nothing except the pop. It's a lot of pop. This is so much fun. And I'm glad I'm able to have a little bit of fun here every now and then. It only cost me $100 for the extra Craftsman, and we'll do something with it. We'll give it to, you know, the pay it forward program or something, and give it to a neighbor, let them get started on their car wash journey, see if I can brainwash the whole neighborhood to do it. So don't forget to check out the links below for anything in the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Keeve here, and welcome to jumper cables. Whoa, come on now. This thing's fucking it's stuck to my microphone. Oh. Shit. It survived another fall. The Raincovo. You have to run both of them, dum-dum. It's gonna fall between the Swiss tracks. No, it doesn't. Holy shit! That is so much power. I hope it didn't shoot a hole in the bottom. It put a dent in my bucket though. When you put that nozzle on there and you push down too much, it'll release the quick connect.